Stop mixing baking soda and vinegar right now. If you're doing it, you are wasting your time, your money, and honestly, you're just making a messy science fair project instead of cleaning your house. I've been a janitor for 30 years. My father was a janitor. His father was a janitor. We don't guess, we test. And today, I'm going to settle the biggest argument in home cleaning once and for all. Baking soda versus vinegar. Which one actually cleans? The answer might make you throw half your pantry out. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly when to use the white powder and when to use the clear liquid, and more importantly, when to stop using them together. Welcome back. I'm Kitchen Shine Master. If you're new here, we talk about real cleaning, not the stuff you see in commercials with actors smiling at sparkly sinks. We talk about what works when you've got 10 minutes before guests arrive, or when you're trying to remove grease that's been baking on your stove for 6 months. Here's the problem. You go online, you see a video. It says, mix baking soda and vinegar for a super cleaner. So you do it. You pour the white powder into the sink. You pour the vinegar on top. It fizzes, it bubbles. It looks like it's working hard. It looks dramatic, but then nothing happens. The stain is still there. The drain is still slow. The grease is still sticky. Why? Because you just created salt water and carbon dioxide gas. That's it. The fizzing is just the acid and the base neutralizing each other. They cancel each other out. You aren't cleaning, you're performing a chemistry experiment that ends with a weak solution that does barely anything. I see this every day. People think natural means mix everything together. It doesn't. Natural means using the right tool for the job. Baking soda is a base. Vinegar is an acid. They have opposite jobs. Using them together is like trying to drive a car with the gas pedal and the brake pressed down at the same time. You're just burning fuel and going nowhere. The reason: understanding the chemistry simply. Let's break this down so you never get fooled again. You don't need a degree in chemistry to clean your house, but you do need to understand how these two ingredients work. First, baking soda, sodium bicarbonate. It's a mild abrasive. That means it has tiny, hard particles that can scrub away dirt without scratching most surfaces. Think of it like very fine sandpaper, but safe for your countertops. It's also a base. Bases are great at breaking down fats, oils, and greases. If you have a sticky mess from cooking oil, butter, or body oils in the bathroom, you need a base. Baking soda lifts the grease so you can wipe it away. It also deodorizes. It doesn't just cover up smells, it neutralizes acidic odors like sour milk or old trash. Now, vinegar. White distilled vinegar. It's acetic acid. Acids are great at dissolving mineral deposits, hard water stains, soap scum, rust spots, lime scale on your shower head. If you live in an area with hard water, vinegar is your best friend. It eats away the calcium and magnesium buildup that makes your faucets look cloudy and white. But vinegar is terrible at cutting grease. In fact, if you put vinegar on a greasy pan, it often just spreads the grease around. It doesn't break the bond between the oil and the surface. So, when you mix them, the acid in the vinegar reacts with the base in the baking soda. They fight, they bubble, and then they become neutral. Water and salt. Salt water doesn't cut grease. Salt water doesn't dissolve limescale. It's just wet salt. That's why your super cleaner failed. You destroyed the cleaning power of both ingredients before you even picked up your sponge. The solution: when to use which. So, how do we fix this? We stop mixing them. We start using them separately for their specific strengths. I'm going to give you 3 real-world scenarios where I use one or the other and exactly how to do it. This is the method I use in commercial buildings and in my own home. No fluff, just results. Scenario 1. The greasy stovetop. You've got baked-on grease on your gas stove or oven door. Vinegar will fail here. You need baking soda. Here is the protocol. Take your baking soda, sprinkle it generously over the greasy area. Don't be shy. You want a thick layer. Now, take a little bit of water, just enough to turn the powder into a paste, not a runny soup, a thick paste, like toothpaste. Spread that paste over the grease. Let it sit. This is the part people skip. You have to let it sit. Give it at least 15 minutes. If the grease is really bad, leave it for an hour. The baking soda is working to break down the fat molecules. It's lifting the grease off the metal. After it sits, take a damp microfiber cloth or a non-scratch sponge. Scrub in circular motions. The abrasiveness of the baking soda will lift the loosened grease. Wipe it clean. If there's still residue, repeat. Do not use vinegar here. It won't help. Save the vinegar for the next step if you want to shine the stainless steel, but for the cleaning, stick to the soda. Scenario 2. The cloudy shower head and faucets. Your shower head is dripping slowly. Your faucets have white, crusty buildup. This is hard water. Baking soda won't touch this. You need vinegar. Take a plastic bag, fill it halfway with white distilled vinegar, tie it around the shower head so the nozzle is submerged in the vinegar. Use a rubber band or a twist tie to secure it. Leave it there for at least an hour. Overnight is better. The acid is eating the mineral deposits. You don't need to scrub. The vinegar does the work. When you take the bag off, turn on the water. The buildup should flush out. For faucets, soak a paper towel in vinegar and wrap it around the base of the faucet. Leave it for 30 minutes. Wipe it off. The white crust will be gone. If you tried to scrub this with baking soda, you'd just scratch the finish and leave the minerals behind. Scenario 3. The smelly garbage disposal. Your sink smells. Not like food, but like something died in there. This is usually a combination of grease and bacteria. Here is where people get confused. They want to use both, but don't mix them. Use them in sequence. First, use baking soda. Pour half a cup of baking soda down the disposal. Let it sit for 10 minutes. This absorbs the odors and starts to break down any greasy film on the blades. Then, run hot water. Flush it out. Now, if you still have mineral buildup or want to sanitize, you can use vinegar. Pour a cup of vinegar down. It'll fizz because there's still some baking soda left. That's okay. This second fizz helps dislodge debris. Let it sit for 5 minutes, then flush with hot water again. See the difference? We didn't mix them to clean. We used baking soda to deodorize and cut grease, flushed it, then used vinegar to sanitize and clear minerals. Sequence matters. Mixing doesn't. Pro tip: the janitor's secret weapon. Here is a pro tip that most homeowners miss. If you want a true all-purpose cleaner that rivals the chemical stuff, stop relying on just baking soda or just vinegar. Add dish soap. Dish soap is a surfactant. It breaks the surface tension of water and allows it to penetrate dirt. Here is my go-to recipe for a heavy-duty scrubber. Mix 1 cup of baking soda with a 1/4 cup of dish soap. Stir it until it's a thick paste. This paste sticks to vertical surfaces. It doesn't run down the wall. The baking soda provides the abrasion. The dish soap cuts the grease and lifts the dirt. You can use this on bathtubs, tile grout, and oven doors. It's cheap, it's effective, and it doesn't require any dangerous chemicals. Keep a jar of this under your sink and lasts for months. When you need to clean, scoop some out, scrub, and rinse. It's simple, it's effective, and it's what we use in the industry when we can't use harsh solvents. Another tip: always test a small area first. Even natural cleaners can damage certain surfaces. Baking soda can scratch high-gloss finishes if you scrub too hard. Vinegar can etch natural stone like marble or granite. Never use vinegar on stone. Ever. It will dull the finish permanently. Know your surfaces. Baking soda is safe for most things except delicate metals like aluminum. Vinegar is safe for glass and chrome, but bad for stone and waxed wood. Use your head. Test first. Common mistakes to avoid. Before we wrap up, let's hit 3 common mistakes I see people make with these ingredients. Mistake number 1: using apple cider vinegar. Don't do it. It's sticky. It leaves a residue. It smells like salad dressing. Use white distilled vinegar. It's clear, it's cheap, and it rinses clean. Apple cider vinegar is for eating, not cleaning. Mistake number 2: using old baking soda. Baking soda loses its potency over time. If your box has been open in the back of the cupboard for 2 years, it's probably just absorbing smells and not cleaning much. Test it. Put a little in a bowl and add vinegar. If it doesn't fizz vigorously, throw it out. Get a fresh box. It costs $1. Don't try to clean with dead ingredients. Mistake number 3, expecting miracles. Baking soda and vinegar are great for maintenance and moderate messes. They're not magic. If you have a clog that's been there for 5 years, vinegar won't fix it. If you have burnt-on carbon that's been there since the last administration, baking soda might need some elbow grease. These tools work, but they require effort. There is no substitute for scrubbing. The cleaner helps, but you still have to do the work. Accept that. Embrace the elbow grease. It's good for you. So who wins? Baking soda or vinegar? Neither. They both win, but only if you use them correctly. Stop mixing them. Start using them for their specific strengths. Baking soda for grease and odors, vinegar for minerals and hard water. Use them in sequence if you need both, but never together in the same bottle. If you found this helpful, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. I upload new videos every week where I break down more cleaning myths and teach you the methods that actually work. No fluff, no fake smiles, just real cleaning advice from a guy who's been doing this his whole life. I want to hear from you. What's the biggest cleaning problem you're facing right now? Is it a stained carpet? A moldy shower? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one, and I might make a video solving your specific problem next. If you want to learn more about forgotten household knowledge, check out this video on how to clean cast iron skillets without ruining the seasoning. It's linked right here. Thanks for watching. Keep it clean, keep it simple, and I'll see you in the next one.